and welcome to the next episode of Let's Talk Dog Bahamas. And with me tonight, I have one of the senior dog men in the game, one who actually helped me on my way to becoming a dog man myself. This is Wayne. Wayne, how you doing tonight?
Well, I'm good, my brother.
Okay, before we get started, I'd just like to thank our Heavenly Father for allowing us to have this platform to reach out to others and to educate and entertain. And Wayne, take away, let our audience know a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Wayne Williams. I've been dealing with dogs from birth, especially in the 80s. I had some tremendous pits. Pit bull really is my breed of dog.
Right.
You know, and I love them. I've been dealing with them from then, and then took a break for a while when my dogs died out.
Right.
You know, and then I started up again. And even through all of that, it started bringing in dog food also.
Okay.
I help people who was going through the same situation as me, who have multiple dogs and buying food
Right.
is a problem, or the food keep changing, you know. So that's what I started doing, trying to help people both.
And you're still doing it?
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I know we've got a dog named Pretty Boy. That was my favorite dog named Pretty. I used to live with Michael because Bailey. That was one of my squaddies when we was on the defense force together. Rico, Neely, he lived right on the corner from me.
Yeah, I know that.
And he said, "But Corey, I gotta show you one dog. I gotta show you one dog." And I keep like, man, I gotta see no dog. But I wasn't really a pit bull fan at that time. But true, and he keep pressing and pressing. I mean, it was cool. He came in, I saw a pretty boy. Boy, that was a pretty boy. Him, I loved. When I saw him, I was like, buddy, Rico, when you find out what your boy on puppy is, I can drag it on puppies off that. Rico said, yeah, man, that one straight, that's straight.
So the dog kind of put me on the map.
Right.
He put me on the map as a breeder back then I used to breed.
Right.
You know, now I'm trying to get back into it now. Back then, I had him and I had another dog named Vader.
Right, I remember Vader too.
You know, and it was something else because what I was trying to do, how people was looking at the pit bulls. And you know, it was a negative stigma, it still is.
Right, you
So
know
I was
that.
trying to show people that these dogs can be trained properly. You know, so I started to be corrected, but as far as I know, he was the first one trained that way. I used to have this dog used to dive, sit, stay, roll over, give five, climb tree, climb fence. Actually literally died on the water.
Right.
You know, but boy, I made some money off him. It wasn't the money thing.
Yeah.
Because I started out, I was a young boy.
Right.
I was still in school, you know, I know that. When I started out with the dogs.
Right.
But when I came out of school, you know, and I bred to get him, that's why he was so dear to me. And one day I bred dogs to get them.
Right.
You know, so when you breed dogs and you're looking at, you know, you gotta have a vision
Right.
of what you're dealing with these animals. You see what I'm saying? So from way back then, you know, and there's still a few fellas around now from way back then.
Right.
You know, and what I see coming now from even the younger generation, the other fellas coming up now, when I hear them talk in some of the dog groups,
Right.
some of them got some vision too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so proud to listen to some of them. You know, because, you know, they making sense.
And the fact is, they're still young.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about
They
it.
making sense.
Plenty sense. But as you said, you already hear it here from one of the senior dog men out today. Have a vision. You know, you have to know where you're going. As for Pretty Boy Vader, you still have any link to that blood or?
You know, I think some other people have. After I had Pretty Boy for 10 years, I had Vito for 10 years. Then I started working, because that's all I used to do, just dogs.
Right.
When I started working, that's where the break came in, because I got too busy and tired up. So the dogs just sat there, and their offspring,
Yeah.
and they started to die. I actually lost Pretty Boy to the kennel fight.
Oh, okay.
That's why I lost him. We had cancer, and he died. And then other dogs, I just had them home. I was working. I just feed them, I just leave them in. They just started to get old and just died off until I didn't have anything.
Right.
You see, but what happened was with the blood, you know, you always say, you know, I got a nice solid being, you know, a nice solid dog I'm gonna keep. puppy from it, but,
Right.
you know,
It don't,
it's hard to keep it, because when you say I can keep this one, the seventh company, they peel off 100s, you know, they go up to $2,500 for puppy from way back then.
yeah,
You know, say,
that's like money.
I selling that, no, I'm keeping this one. All of
Right.
a sudden they start, I start to twitch, you know, and you see it, you say, man, hold on, man, this dude, yeah, be serious.
Yeah,
You know, so, you know, I had fellas come from the various family islands, and they were spending the money. So, you know, my mistake was that I was saying, man, I could always breed them and get something.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, until I got up and I came outside one morning, and I meet him there, and my heart dropped, I couldn't believe it,
I know.
you know? I was like, wow. And I got no son,
Nothing,
you know, no son, nothing to replace it,
yeah.
because, you know, his puppies, they had some drive, and I
Mhm.
talking all, don't kill, if I made them in a small bit, one
Right,
of the tiniest ones or one of the biggest ones,
Mhm.
all of them could climb and jump, all of them, they just had it,
yeah,
like instinct. It was natural part of their genetic makeup, that's how it came off,
okay,
you know? And, you know, later, and like I said, when you talk about built, listen, those two dogs, they were beautiful. I remember one time, I went by Dragon, and I got to buy something from Dragon. He said, man, I heard those two dogs fight you, I won't buy them.
Yeah.
I'd say, but they actually see it,
mm-hmm,
you know? But, and then there was some good deals,
yeah,
the 80s and the early 90s,
right.
you know? But they was nice.
Yeah, I think I met you in 98, 99, somewhere around there.
Mhm.
That's when I first met you.
Mhm.
And I was like, buddy, these dogs, they different. Buddy. And one thing I know about you, you wasn't shy to show your dogs. I always say, but I appreciated that so much, because you know, like, back in those days when they had dogs, if you weren't in that crew or that
Yeah,
clique,
yeah,
they ain't really opening up their yard to show you. But the one thing with you, was, and to this day, you show people your dogs.
You see, and not only that, you know, you gotta be someone willing to help people.
Right,
You know, especially when the younger generation come around, they ask questions like, okay, what to do if this happened or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
As simple as, for me, it was a perfect example. You're talking about, let's say a dog eat poison,
mm-hmm,
you know. You see him eat the poison, so
Right.
they ain't digest yet.
mm-hmm,
As simple as peroxide. And believe it or not, my blue Bailey, some rat poison this morning. I put it down in the hole, and this dude, I turned my back, I put it in the hole, cover the hole up. Put rock in the hole, throw dirt over the hole, and I go on to put some other ones down, and this dude dig that up and dig it up.
and eat it.
I wasn't sure if he eat it,
Yeah,
so I had to,
this
so
is
the
rock.
peroxide what I had was expired.
Mm-hmm,
So I say, let me go, I run to the store, and I got a fresh bottle, out of pocket, I bought 3 big bottles like this,
mm-hmm,
and I dash him down with that, you know, and he puked and nothing come up.
yeah.
So I said, he didn't need any, but.
That is
And I
even
said,
sorry.
right. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, so even with that, and even when people ask about certain foods, what should I feed the dog with, or what have you, or what should I give my puppy, or, you know, how should I raise my puppy, when should I start training?
Mm-hmm,
You know, most people tell you, start training your dog, that's what they used to tell me back in the day, start training your dog around 6 months,
Yeah.
9, 10 months.
mm-hmm,
You know, but for me, I start from 6 weeks.
yeah,
That dog listened to me, and I tell the dog, I start from 6 weeks, and I never used to use food like how they do now.
right.
Food, I guess, is easier,
Mm-hmm,
but I just tell the dog, you just connect with the dog. You bond with the dog,
mm-hmm,
and you move from there, you and the dog become one.
yeah.
I think my dogs were like, actually, like humans to me,
Like family.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they could, identify what's going on, and even today with my new dogs,
Uh-huh.
when they doing nonsense and I get upset and I suck my teeth, everybody bow. You know what I mean? Everybody bow.
Yeah.
I suck my teeth, like, hey, listen, take it easy, and my neighbors think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Then you'll get around and I say, well, if you stop before I come over there, boy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But, you know, I have fun with them, and I think dealing with the dogs is therapeutic also,
mm-hmm,
you know? I mean, back in the day, you know, when you're young, you want to go clubbing and doing all those things. You know?
right.
When I started really dealing with dogs and getting puppies, you know,
Mm-hmm,
it was like a mission. And I get up from work straight home, go deal with my dogs. Before I did, I come home off the construction field, I sit down in the back of the yard, just watch them, and I didn't feed and clean them, I just watch them, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's a personal thing. Some dog handlers and dog owners, people like this, dog lovers.
we know what
You know what I'm
it is.
talking about?
We know what it is,
We
yeah,
know. You see what I'm saying? The people just in it just to get the money,
yeah.
they don't, I don't think they really get it.
Or people in it just to say, well, I have a dog.
Yeah.
Because one of my guests already, Me and him talked about this already. I don't know Omar. Yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. He brought up the point that a lot of these people, the only interaction they have with their pets is the fact that they feed them every day.
Yeah.
That's as far as it goes. But I have to say, I understand with sitting down and just watching their movements. Like it's like you growing to know your dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? To get that intimacy. You know what I mean? To get that sense of hey, something ain't right with him. Like if he say for instance say the dog was sick one day. You usually see him run around the yard, but this day or he just moving different. So you true you see that in your eyes. You just was taking time and you were like, hey, let me see what's going on there. So you watch him. Okay, hey, something wrong.
And you know that ain't him.
And you know that ain't just like that. Exactly. So you know cautions or steps you have to take now to see what's going on with him. If it's time to get him to the vet or it's time to give him a pass or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I can tell you don't know anyone who neighbors think you're crazy. Because you see when my dogs don't use the bathroom, like not every time, but sometimes I go and I look through their poop. Just to see, because when you're looking at their poop and stuff like that, you can tell so much what's going on with your dogs. If it's coming out solid, if worms coming out.
You see the red streaks in it?
Exactly. You see blood, something wrong. So I just take my time and look at all that, and I know a couple times when they come out and she look like, what the hell is this boy? What the hell is this boy doing? You know what I mean? And one time I was doing, my wife probably said, what you doing? I said, well, I just checking on my dogs. I just gotta know what's going on. You know, they have the food agreeing with them, or if it ain't agreeing with them. You know, and stuff like that is what you pick up from being around your dogs and from other dog men. Like I say, you have younger people who come into the dog game and they don't know that.
Right.
So that's a tip they could use to break down in their book to say, hey, buddy, look at your dog poop. You know what I mean? I don't have fun doing it, but look at it so you can know what's going on. It's a good way, or a good indicator of what's going on inside your dog. You know, but another thing I like to say with the dog food and everything what you bring in. One thing I can say, I get dog food from you on a regular. So one thing I can say, you bring top quality dog food, and it make it really accessible to people like myself who don't have the time to order or go searching around for the dog food, and I really appreciate that. And I see you bought some of your merchandise here.
Yeah, right here this is, like a milk replacer, but this is actually colostrum. The colostrum comes out of the breast before the milk actually springs.
Oh, okay.
And that builds the immune system.
All right.
This, right now, this is 22 fat and 26 protein. My last little that I had, I lost it because I was sick. I had them on this. It's a little expensive because the Ultra 24 is an 8-pound bag, it's bigger, but this is better than the Ultra 24.
Wait, which one is this? This is
the colostrum.
Multi-species.
This is not just only for dogs, this is for horse, cow, any kind of animal.
Right.
You see? And you just take one scoop, there's a scoop in here, right here. A scoop in here, you put one scoop to 8 ounces of water.
Okay.
You see, so this is some good stuff. I want to get back into breeding again, but I try to help people out. Actually, when I call to order my stuff from my various suppliers,
right.
I tell them, listen, give me the best stuff that you have, the top stuff.
And we appreciate that because
you know,
yeah.
Because I shop like I shop for me.
Right.
I'm not going to bring in something cheap and try
push it
sell
on
a lot of money for it. I pay a lot of money for this stuff.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I give people top quality stuff. And this right here, this Oda, that's the name of it.
Okay.
You just lightly spray it on your chair, your top, your dogs in your house.
Right.
You know, just kill that scent.
Okay.
People smoking, whatever. You know, they might be smoking banana leaf or whatever. I want to say that.
Yeah, you know, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
This, I have an aerosol and this also. It kills the scent on contact. This kills skunk scent.
Oh,
how bad is this?
That should be awesome then.
Yeah.
Because I sure no dogs smell like no skunk.
Yeah, well, that's it. I would say. You know, so these are just a few of the products, you know. I carry Hard Guard, Next Guard. I just try to get things to keep people going. Because, you know, a lot of people hit me up and they ask, well, what do I do with this and with that and whatever. Some people, you know, they say they're pocketing there, so they want to still use the dog tip. I have that also.
Okay.
But what I don't like, but I'm not knocking, what I don't like with it, when you get the dog, sometimes my dogs sometimes just used to be licking one another. So I just finished beating them, so you'll have to either tie them out by themselves, sometimes they lick themselves, and they, you know, trying to dry themselves off, and they licking the stuff off, so they can poison themselves also with the dip. You see, so that's why I stopped using the dip. What I recommend to people, you can take the dip, mix it, put it in a spray bottle, and spray your yard. You see, you spray the area where the dog is, but you use your next guard or whatever. You know, they have some spot on too, you put between the dog shoulder blade or whatever you put. I think the
next
fleas and ticks, they just get immune to that over a period of time. You see, so pill, the next guard or the prevento, I think that's really good. Just play out the yard like 3 days.
Wow.
I mean, everything will be dead and you wouldn't see nothing for a long, long, long time.
Like with me, I just use the next guard, right? But what I also do, but instead of just using the next guard, I get 7 dust and I sprinkle that around my whole yard.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah,
you know, you kill all the sanity.
Yeah, you kill everything. But that's what I tell people too. I mean, you could be using the next guard, and why is you using it? Use the 7 dust because at the same they work together, and you wouldn't have to keep giving your dog the medicine as like I say, do it every month. You could probably skip a month in between because you know it's pretty expensive too. So you could probably skip a month in between because you use the 7, so that helps a lot too, and you sprinkle that in the area also.
But only you just be careful not to have it like say
around their food and their water.
Around the food, because some dogs, you know, especially like with me, my dogs love meat. I want to get them on just kibble.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why it's pretty boy them back in the day. I mean, every now and then you get a little treat because they meat and whatever, but kibble, just straight up kibble. That's what I like. You know, like, see, it was the bomb back in the day. It was the bomb, but they keep
the yellow eye.
But when it actually first came out, it was in a dark green and black bag, and it cost $17, $18.
I noticed the guy in the Grove used to carry it. Pick stock. Yeah, that's why he's getting mine from.
Before he had it, Maycock had it. Maycock was right there in Marathon, living in the back of the kid.
Oh, okay.
But before any one of them had it, before it changed, Solomon's on East West Highway.
Right.
They had it. That's where you should get it from first.
Yeah, because Solomon's had it in all the different flavors. They had it in the liver, they had it in the chicken, yellow bag was the chicken.
And I mean, even before that came.
Yeah.
When it first came out.
Oh, I remember when it first came out.
It did name professional formula.
Oh.
And then they changed the name to Exceed. You see, and I think this is what happens when companies
take over
another company.
Right.
They probably, and I stand to be corrected, they probably water down the ingredients, you know, so they spend in the less on production and they make in more profit.
Right.
So a lot of the food over the years I watched. Just
like, to me, you can took the same thing, because you know the Mars company, the same people who developed pedigree dog food, they bought the Yukonova company from the monks. Because remember the monks who created Yukonova, I think they used to breed Great Danes.
Okay.
And that's why they produced their own dog food. That's how they got into doing their dog food for their dogs. And then they started selling or whatever else. But now, I'm not sure, but I think, I like 97% sure the Mars company, the same company that does pedigree, and the Mars bar and all that stuff, they bought the Yukonova brand. So now I'm there. And to me, I feel like it fell off from what it used to be.
Because Yukonova was so bad, listen, I remember I used to put, I used to make, back in the day, just coming out of high school, I used to make $120 a week. Yukonova was like $80-something. So you know, you need even for $30-something, I gotta give to $80-something over that.
Yeah.
I whatever, I say, listen, this for the old lady,
this for the dog
food, I go on to work and I peddle it. I say, and I try to cook, I take what I gotta let my dogs them eat.
Yeah.
You see, because even when the rats bite the bite, they get into the washroom and that rats look like German Ronnie's like, oh, that's really cool. Fuck, like this.
Yeah, solid.
It's solid. This food is that. That was off the chain, boy.
Yeah. And then the same thing with ProPlan. I think ProPlan, I don't know what happened. I don't think a different company bought them. Purina still does that.
Yeah.
But it just ain't what it was back in the day. Like it really fall off.
There was another one. It was Purina.
Purina the puppy chow. Purina puppy chow.
No, it was 2 brands. The Dragon used, when I used to work the Dragon, used to mix with the chicken. It was Purina. I think it was a Purina Hydro. I think it used to be in a white bag, and then there was another one.
Beneful? Purina Beneful? I used to
Beneful was in a bag then. We used to take them and put two 50-pound bags in a tub in the back of the yard, and a big pot like this with chicken, boiled chicken, and throw that in there, and then just mix that up. Which I used to mix 2 bags together, you know, and then put the chicken in there with that gravy,
Right.
you know, and I've been feeding my dogs, like, with these new ones who like meat.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing with them. So, believe it or not, I use a bottle about a gallon bottle, a Tampico bottle about as tall as this bag.
Maybe a little taller than Tajiko.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
And I cut it so it can be square, not where it's coming, and I cut it like right here flush.
Yeah.
One of them, I feed 6 dogs with. I poured it down in the
Today,
chicken.
like that's the right. Yeah.
Today. I pour that in the pot, where I scald the chicken. I don't done the chicken, but I scald. I don't give it to them fully raw
I understand.
because of various sicknesses and whatever.
Just to say you burn off any bacteria or whatever.
So I just let the meat turn a little grayish, and then I put that in milk and let it swell up and soak. So I give each dog 2 spoonfuls of the kibble and 1 or 2 leg quarters, and that's it. Now, some of them think I'm crazy too because they see with them big leg quarters, the dog getting the whole leg quarter or 2 of them. You know, so when some of them bars, they be like, what? You can't be serious, man. I'm giving them dog chicken, you know, but hey, listen, I gotta feed them. You know, I don't eat chicken.
Yeah. So that ain't nothing no loss to you.
Yeah, you know, so I make sure they eat it. This is the thing that people need to do because we have so many situations going on here right now. People come down on us. If we walk in our dog on a leash,
Right.
you have other dogs, other breeds running around.
Right.
Mostly what cakes. And, you know, they get away with it. But if you see a pit bull running loose, you know, even if you see a Doberman running, nobody really make no noise.
No.
But if a pit bull running loose,
The squad coming.
yeah.
The squad
You know
coming.
what I'm saying? So,
And
you
listen to
know,
what I say, the squad. And you know 1 or 2.
and these fellas,
They shooting.
yeah, they ask no question.
No, they shouldn't. Because the first thing is that you know dogs supposed to be running around the road, but yet you just pass 4, 5 pot pigs running around the road. And so one of these pot pigs already bite.
And the pot pigs chasing the car. They're faster to get to you. And the pot pigs chasing the car, barking at them when they come out, trying to come in the yard to take your dog. The pot pigs trying to attack them.
It's crazy. It's
You know,
really
so
crazy.
To me, it's like a prejudice.
A standard, a double standard.
You know.
Yeah.
And you could say prejudice, because once they hear pit bull, that's it. They, you know, and a lot of people are afraid of the dogs. But I mean, over the years, when I was breeding back in the 90s and 80s, I never really had to advertise no pups.
No?
People just used to come and automatically buy.
Yeah.
You see, so if I had a little 10, they gone. So back in the, I remember in the 80s, Doberman pinchers used to go for like $300. Pit bulls was like $150. I was so upset. I was like, what? No, man.
There's something wrong.
I said, I can change that.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, I mean, over the years, I can remember some of the dogmen that I met,
Right.
you know, and some of them still going strong.
Yeah. When you say some of the dogmen, give a shout out to a couple of them so they can hear you calling in.
The first one, Juice.
All right.
I got to call Juice. For anybody who knows Juice, that's what it's called, OG.
Okay.
OJ's Juice. When they used to work over Paradise Island doing the security work, them and old man Harris,
All right.
his daddy, you know, they had a selection of dogs.
Right. Yeah, I can live with OJ.
You know, OJ been doing it from then to now. I've been
OJ.
doing it from then to now. Burnside, I don't know, Burnside.
Burnside, yeah.
You know, but Burnside was doing it for a while too.
Right.
I mean, okay, the first one that I met was OJ.
Right.
That's my uncle, my cousin, Charlie Edwards. He used to train Resorts International dogs.
Okay.
You see, so OJ used to deal with him,
All right.
hang out with him and so forth. That's why I met OJ over there.
Yeah.
You know, and we get cool from then. You know, 2 young fellas. I don't know who old them.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we got cool from then. So over the years, you know, my shout out to OJ. He been doing this thing from then, and he's still doing it. And he have multiple dogs,
Right.
multiple breeds of dogs. You see, there's another guy named Molly. I don't know if you know Molly. You know, but Molly was doing it for a while too. Burnside, Zakey, you know, chickens and stuff now like
Yeah.
that, you know. But Tony, you know, young fella Tony,
Yeah.
you know, that he's like one of my little brothers,
Right.
you know. I don't want to forget nobody, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, my mind going blank. But
Yeah.
there was a number of fellas who was doing it, and they still go in today and start out young, just like me and OJ.
Yeah.
Start out young. I sure OJ probably, when OJ born, he probably will pick up the ball, he pick up a puppy. You know what I mean?
That's believable. That's
You know?
believable.
So, it was solid, man. Even to see fellas still going like this, and still have that passion and that drive to go and deal with their dogs and actually still, taking care of them. Because you have some people, they just have the dog and they just tie it up in the corner, or they, they feed it whatever.
Yeah.
For me, I believe in getting quality food, quality products to give my dogs.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I try to get the best of what is out there to feed them with, to keep them sorted. And it ain't so much about the money now. I'm thrifty. But I've been out there. I've been out there for over. I've been out there for what? I think for must be 12.
Yeah.
12 years old.
Yeah. Well, I as I said, I met you in what, 98, 90 something. That was the first time I met you. So you've been doing it for a while. And but every time we come, okay, the dogs that you talk about, Vader and Pretty Boy, they were nice. And I used to go, when I first saw Pretty Boy, I used to go see Dream with this dog. Like, even in my dreams, he was my dog, you know what I mean? But now, I've been in your yard recently, and I saw what you have in your yard, but you don't stop. You elevated dramatically. Yeah. When I see that one named Cowboy, that's my favorite dog in your yard. For some reason, and he reminds me, there's something about him that reminds me of Vader and Pretty Boy. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's the yard. But when I look at him, those two dogs come back to me. I say, wait, or is this the same feeling you get from that Vader and Pretty Boy gives me? That's when I saw him. Hey, listen, I had to bring my little boy to see him. I said, but you see a dog? I said, you like that dog? Yeah, Daddy, I like that dog. I said, but you love this one. He said, which one? You remember that day when I got him? That was last week.
Yep.
He said, Daddy, being inside breeding them tight dogs. I said, no man, they ain't for me. But I like to look at them. They ain't for me.
What caused me even to get into them, because I had like the leather exotics.
Right.
On the pockets, me and a friend of mine, Neil, he got those dogs back in probably about 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
Got some from various places. And the dogs, they were nice looking on that puppy like that, but when I saw the XM, I didn't have no idea how big they were grown. Now, Vader old man was XL, and we had XLs in this country for years, way back then.
We just didn't have a name for it.
Yeah, way up here and big, over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Tall. We had them for years. People actually breed them now. And right now, just come to mind, a couple more boys into it. I forget to give a shout out to them.
Shout them out.
Lorenzo Cardo, Kino, Rio. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These dog men.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? These are dog men.
Seasoned.
You know what I mean? And these dudes still pushing and doing their thing and spending money on their dogs. They ain't playing around. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I see people like that, I got mad respect for them.
Yeah.
I can remember Kino was a little boy. Kino was like 14.
This Kino drew current mission, right?
Current mission.
Yeah.
And the brother's still going. He get a little gray right now. You're doing everything.
Oh, what? Kino ain't got no gray, boy.
He
was dieting. He was dieting.
Probably changing baby powder. Baby, that's the powder going there.
Last time I saw Kino, he still looked like a little boy.
Yeah, he still look young.
Still look young.
He still white on the side. You just show wisdom. People look like that.
Okay, wisdom sprout.
They dog men.
All right, yeah.
I can't remember everybody's name right now. Even the guest who was on your show the other day, Nico and Morgan, EBM. BBM.
Tamiko and the Empire.
Yeah, Empire. That's it.
And they know the game.
Yeah.
They know the game.
They doing their thing, do with their dogs, and they taking care and spending their money on their dogs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I can encourage anybody out there, you get a dog, don't just leave the dog in the yard or mingy up and, you know what I mean? And for heaven's sake, take your dog to get the shots.
Right.
You know, you go to the vet, you get the dog vaccinated, keep up to date with your vaccination.
It's worth it too.
You know, and one thing to save money, you could buy your worm out, you know, and stock up on those kind of things like that. You keep, like I said, you keep things like antibiotics on hand in case something should happen. Let's say, like, with the dog eating poison. No vet, if you know, you're trying to call the vet, and I gotta say something to some of the vets then too. We need you all. You know, we really need you all.
Yeah.
But for heaven's sake, when emergency time comes, and you gotta call,
Please be there. Please pick up.
your nerve is going because you call it and nobody answer it.
You don't know what to do. Yeah.
So you gotta try to do something yourself when your dog will die.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But you know, I mean, even though you said that the vets, they do a good job, but because we on the other end of the prism, we feel like, man, you should be in there when I call, and you know what I mean?
They have
lives too, that's my whole point, but they do their best when they could. When they're available, I really must say, Dr. Sands, Dr. Solomon.
Solomon, that's my vet.
That's my vet also.
That's my vet.
Dr. Davis,
I don't think I know the Davis one.
Dr. Davis on Soldier Road. All
okay, right. Yeah, I never been there.
Yeah, he's a pretty good, he's very good. He's very good. Crazy Marathon.
Did you call him?
Crazy.
Crazy, I thought you said crazy. Crazy, I know Crazy from when he was young too. His first two pits came from me.
Yeah.
They were Pretty Boy sisters of the same mother with Pretty Boy.
Yeah?
Yeah, he got two of them. Actually, my brother actually sold them to him. I wasn't even home. And then he wasn't supposed to get them because I was supposed to keep them.
Oh, okay. Well, he owe you then.
It's all good.
And go on,
yeah.
Dr. Wilson, you know.
She nasty with it. She can deal with it.
You know.
Solomon is my boy.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Another one named who the scum around here thinking about.
I was trying, Dr. Springer.
Springer.
You can't forget Dr. Springer because boy.
Springer is one, when you call him, he comes.
He come in. Yeah, he come in. That's one thing I respect with him. Hey, Dr. Springer, okay, be there.
Yeah.
He might come late, but he come in.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing with him, if he say he come in, he come in.
Yeah.
And we appreciate them all.
Yeah,
you know?
we need them.
Yeah, we need them. They pretty, as I said before, they are a big part of what we do. They help us get from point A to point B. And then when we reach a point B, they make sure we stay there. You know?
You know, like I say, only thing, when you got emergency, you really break down, come down with diarrhea trying to get in, you're trying to figure out, listen, I need a vest now, my dog's bleeding to death, or I got puppy stuck.
I telling you, I know I've gotten out in the situations where my dogs and give him break when you get stressed out and you be like walking out there pulling your hair out your head. That's why I cut my hair now. I can't get no hair to pull out no more. So I guess I can be grabbing skin. But one thing, one of that, most of these vets now, they really explain what they do. I remember back in the day, they say, well, we can do this and that. And now with Dr. Sands, always used to try and explain. I remember the first time he let me look through the mic and say, hey, dog, I worm. You see them and things like that? I appreciated that so much.
Let me tell you something. When Sands first opened, I was in high school. And I remember when Sands' office was just a house.
I remember that too.
Small little house.
The same little house, the front part, where he is now.
It's a small little house. And I watched him grow over the years, and he could tell you, when they put in my name, you see before screen, a dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember one time, I was in the bar, then he was neutering a dog. And I go on the bar there being nosy. I say, dog, what's going on? And he grabbed one of the little nuts and he just ripped it right off, man. He wasn't saying nothing, I'm like, ugh! He just, he just cut it,
you feel that?
Yeah. And the dog laying down there, sleeping, he didn't know what happened. When he get up, he's a half a man. You know what I mean?
Something missing, something missing.
Yeah, I say, boy, I look at that, I say, wow. But we need them to, sometimes you might get upset with them because they ain't there for us at the particular time.
Yeah.
But we still need them. We can't do this without them.
Right.
You see, and I can go even another step further. I mean, I feel for the brothers and sisters on the family islands who have dogs and don't have them.
Wow.
Can you imagine the kind of thing that they're going through?
But the thing about I didn't have even thought about that until just now. Because my circle and my situation here, we have these conveniences of going up the road and
you got numerous vets here.
Yeah, but I never even thought about the family island people because I mean, not to say I am dissing them or anything like that, but it just never fit to me until just now, and I said, boy, they haven't really had, not saying that we go through them the vets here,
Right.
but they don't have anything out there, and if they do, basically, I guess everything they get is home remedies it.
They have to go with it. I mean, sometimes some of them will call and ask for whatever, but that's why I help some clientele from various family items who call for certain things. So
Mhm.
if I could get them certain things, worm or dog food, whatever, because a lot of them say too that they don't really have, how you put it, they don't really have the dog food. Put it like that,
Okay,
you know?
they still eating them henny pen dog food, they
Penny
never
penny,
back.
well, listen, penny penny, when I remember I got caught, it was a holiday that Friday and that Monday. Man, listen, I go and run to the thing, and that Friday, they were closed, I was to work. I got off, I had to go to work that Saturday.
Right,
So when I got off, it was too late to go to the store.
mm.
So I say, anyhow, I say, I can buy food Sunday. Now, Sunday I go on to one store and I bought my little mom and pop, and they had any penny, I say, any, there's something to feed the dog till Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can't, I didn't go that long ago, eat, I guess, getting the meat and give to them, but it wasn't,
Nothing
yeah, it
solid.
wasn't sustaining them like that.
Yeah.
So man, I don't feed any penny when I get up. Man, listen, ocean all over the place. I talking stink, I talking walk. But this Nick,
Yeah.
I say, what? I talking people runs.
I tell you.
Mm.
Boy.
So I like to be prepared.
Believe it or not, my grandfather, he had German shepherds, but they came from Ireland Island.
Mhm.
And they were big. And he used to feed them Alpo and henny penny dog food.
Mhm.
So when he used to come by my house, because I used to breed Rottweilers, the first dogs I really was into. And he said, oh, you still buying the dog these expensive dog food? He comes and said, hey, well, henny penny I think was like, must be about 45 cents or something like that back in the day. But cheap.
Uh-huh.
I said, now watch this. And they come in again. You see how thick that is?
See, let me tell you something. See, I know a lot of people now, I can mention the dog food. And a lot of people wouldn't even know about that. You remember Dr. Ballard's? They had the
No.
German Shepherd on the gun, Dr. Ballard's. They had Cal Can.
I remember Calcan.
But Dr. Ballard's was before that. Dr. Ballard's was a solid food.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, Dr. Ballard's. That's
Dr.
the canned
Ballard's.
food, Dr. Ballard's.
Oh,
B-A-L-L-E-D-S.
I
You know, yeah, way back in the day, Dr. Ballard's, boy, listen, the shepherd on the can.
Mhm.
You couldn't tell me I was giving my dog steak right then. Listen, there was some days, but now you have there's a lot of food around. But I guess now with the economy going on, a lot of people, they try to get what can fit their
The budget, right.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
you know, but then you still have some people out there too. And I see some people out there, dogs, running around like dog and naked. They ain't got on no clothes. That's how mangy they are. They must have just went in and eat whatever you want to plate. They were cooking feed the dog and that
Yeah.
dog and every bone showing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that ain't cool.
No,
That's pure
no.
animal cruelty.
Yeah, and it isn't even just to say it's a pit bull, it's just any dog
Any
in
dog.
that condition, it's terrible. But but I found out too, a lot of these dog food, but a lot of these food we feeding our dogs, it look like minch, but they be food allergies.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Because as soon as your dog gets mingy, back in the day, you I ain't want that dog.
They throw them
They
away.
throw them away. But
Yeah.
like I say, like 80% of the time it could be a food allergy, not even minge or what you think it is. You understand what I'm saying?
You know, but boy, that's a serious thing.
Yeah, it's
You know?
sad. It's sad.
You know, but even for that, the people who have dogs with skin allergies,
Mm-hmm.
you have to change the food. A lot of times, sometimes the dogs have a reaction to poultry
Right.
in the food.
Oh,
So you have to change your food up and get something with it's more fish based.
yeah.
Sometimes just a food that's strictly made out of fish. Because I had a couple of people from Albany
Mm-hmm.
used to get food from me. I used to bring in this food, lard gold. This one was made from fish. I was supposed to buy it, but the other day, since the war, before the war started, they went up.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the war started, they went up again. So, you know, and everything went up $5.
Mm-hmm.
All the foods went up $5.
Right.
You see, so, and the shipping and everything
The shipping
going
cost.
up too. You see, so now you get that, you have to turn that over onto to the people. You see, onto your clientele because you would be making nothing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's business. That's business.
Right.
That's understandable.
For the
That's
most
business.
part, you're only making like $8. If you make $10 on a buy, you do good.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? After you done buy it and ship, and all of that, you do all these other things, and pay all these other fees, and pay your broker and all these different things, then you gotta add everything up together, and then, you know,
Divided by
and
whatever.
divided by whatever you got there, that's how you come up with
Your
your
price.
price. So, for people out there who trying to, save money, or make some change, save money, and give their dogs a good product, what I do, a lot of times I have sales on my food, I tell them you could buy bulk if you want to, and I consider bulk to be 4 bags or more.
Okay.
So you get $5 off all the bags, and then I open it up. I tell them in every product that I sell, it's $5 off also.
Okay.
You see, so when they come in, I try to tell people out, I need to do that for a certain amount of time.
No, you understand
Because
that.
they squeeze in your good, when you come in, they say, okay, this is what it is, this is what you owe custom, this is what you owe the shipping company, and some of them don't take cash.
Right.
So you got other money on the card, you push the card in,
That gotta go through.
yeah, that don't go through, but your stuff stay right there, you ain't getting nothing,
Yeah.
so, and then, custom is up to little auction, so if you somehow fall short bad and you can't come with nothing, the food can get auction, Rat probably didn't get my time, because I think they hold the stuff for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You see, but with it being food, compared to rat will get to it.
Okay.
But,
I know the Bahamian government was giving, on their customs, and they had dog food duty free.
yeah, it's duty free, but the shipping, they tell you the food is duty free.
Right.
Now, see, all these things you have to look at, when you bring the food in a lot of instances, you have damage.
Okay.
The food get damaged in the US, getting shipped to the boat, or get damaged coming here. And then sometimes you damage it,
Can't
or
know.
uploading it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, you have to pay, so you have to pay for insurance. And God help if you ain't pay for insurance, because if you ain't pay for insurance, if something go down, you get nothing. You see what I'm saying? And then on top of it also, if you buy in bulk food like that, to say for your, they ain't gonna sell it to you like that because you need, you gotta be a business.
Business license.
You see now, if you go and buy one, say, you buy one, 3, 4, 5 bags or something and bring it, I guess you'll have to go on the boat, that's the safest route, that's what some people tell me to do, whenever they do go,
Right.
you see? But now the thing is, storage, where you can put the food,
Yeah.
or if you don't have enough dogs to consume the food within
A certain amount of time, food go by.
the food go by, the rat get to it, you see, so it's a number of things.
Yeah.
You see? So, for me, I prefer to help people and point them in the right direction and show them some pointers what to do. Some people say, well, you shouldn't do that because then of course you don't make no money or whatever, be like that. But hey, listen, whatever God out for you,
For
you
you.
can get. And if, a lot of people take a lot of knowledge to the grave.
Yeah.
Share it. It ain't gonna hurt you. If I could go there and help make somebody better, with dealing with their dogs,
Why not?
or whatever. They ain't taking nothing off me to say, listen, brother or sister, use this, do that, or whatever. If it don't work for you, then, do your own thing. But some people have a chip on their shoulder, they want nobody tell them that, and then somebody be like, yeah man, what's going on? I mean, what is what? You tell them and you help them out.
Yeah.
Even, like I was saying, with the food, the other day, there was a problem finding food here.
Oh, yeah. For like 2 weeks, eh?
Yeah, I don't know if it got rectified yet, but some people scared to try something new.
Yeah.
I said, listen, you gotta try, feed your dog something now. If you can just go on meat, then meat can cost you more money in the long run. Because
Very expensive.
Right. You see? So I showed them, listen, this is how it should be done. I showed them how to stretch food, and whatever have you. You gotta be able to stretch the food. If you're using meat or whatever, have you like that. You put it in there, let the food soak up. If you just feed your dog, drive your dog, don't eat wet food, then you gotta give them that. But, a lot of people for the most part, they want their dog big. So they love a pond of this big, and they pull it up like this. Just wasting food.
Yeah. Because the dog
The dog
only
eat what he is.
Yeah, and the dog, but they say the dog only eat what he wants for the first 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Everything else he just...
You leave it right there, the bird and the rat eat it.
That's all. Then you have the fluffy soil rat and bird flying all over the house.
Unless he turn around, he leave the food there to feed them, because my dogs is down if they got fed. But then I see what they do now, they let the birds come and they sit there like they chilling, and then they pounce on them and kill them,
Yeah.
and eat them. I don't like them eating them down and then them down, it looks sickly. you know?
Yeah, especially them with the ones with black thing around the neck.
About-
Not even the picture.
about enough.
The back of it. Yeah. So I see you have some dog food on the side that you brought. Let me see if I can get them on the camera. This way, right?
Okay, this right here, this is the fried food, the fried endurance, 24 protein, 20 fat. It's good for skin and coat, got a lot of omega-3. This is some really, really good food. And this is puppy treated does it. So it's really good. I have a lot of people, I don't want to call them these dog food they're losing weight, but a lot of people bring brand of food here. And they try this, and now they stuck on it, so they buy it at least 4 or 5 bags a time. So what I do, I get them $5 off each bag, and like I said, and everything that I have.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get the other one. Well, I see a puppy on this side, so this is a puppy food.
This what my boys them. I give my boys some up on this.
30% protein, 20%, yeah.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best puppy food you have out there. And this is what they sent me, and I tried it, and my dogs love it.
Okay.
And I got some people that dog just to eat just straight kibble, but my dogs, they don't spoil, they used to eat meat.
Yeah.
So I
So
thought that they didn't want that.
this is a 50-pound bag?
40.
Oh, 40-pound
40
bag.
pound bag. And I have 6 dogs that I feed with this.
Oh,
And this lasts me almost 2 weeks.
a 40-pound bag lasts you 2 weeks with 6 dogs.
It's 6 dogs.
My 50-pound bag is lasts me 2 weeks with 6 dogs.
You see, and like I say, I just use the Tampico bottle. I have a big pot like this. I score the meat in there. I keep the gravy with the meat. I take a Tampico bottle full of this, and I pour it in there. And let it cool down. And when it's well, I just scoop out 2 beers. But my dogs eat everything that I have. When it comes whatever damage,
Yeah.
you taking the loss, that's what I feed the dog.
So the food isn't really lost then?
Right.
You extend
I
it.
still have to open up food.
So if you were to rate this bag, would you rate this bag on a 5?
For your 5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see my boys, you still
Yeah, I see your boys and your girls.
Yeah.
So with the pride, would you rate this?
Boy, I love the I got it. Honestly, I love the thing. I'll take a 4.
4?
I'll take a 4.
Okay. Now this is what I normally get from you. The value pack. My
I
dogs.
had them between this and that. Yeah, like I say, whatever be damaged in these bags, they go to paper.
Right.
So they have a tendency to get damaged easier than the ones without the hard plastic.
Right.
So my dogs were eating these. Between these, whatever damage them. I got 5 of these damaged and 5 of them damaged.
That's 10 bag of dog food.
Yeah. So I switch up, and they doing good on it.
So if 40 pounds is giving you 2 weeks, how much is that? But that's 50. That's 90 pounds. How long that last you? At least 4 months.
That's a long time.
Okay, yeah. Now, remember I called you up on this because I used to use high energy, but I got so much people tell me, hey, try the value pack, because the high energy is I didn't have no problems with the food. Honestly, nothing with Diamond High Energy. I didn't have any problems with it. But when they use the bathroom,
Yeah, that's one of the complaints.
when they use the bathroom, you could tell they use the bathroom. And all my neighbors could tell. And me being a good neighbor, I just wanted to get a dog food that my dog can use, and when they use the bathroom, my neighbors don't come and say, man, I guess your dog's shitting again. So I switched to the value pack, so I could actually say I'm getting good results, and my dogs, I don't smell my dog shit no more. My neighbors don't smell their dog shit, so this is a good shit food.
Yeah.
I like this, and it comes in black, red, and purple.
Purple.
Yeah, I don't.
There's some other colors too: green, brown, white, yellow. Them the set you ain't want.
I just want to tell you.
I bring the better one.
You told me, say
Yeah.
you bring the good value pack.
I
So
bring the best one.
Yeah.
The set they for the
Yeah.
people who pocket kind of getting through the
Yeah.
situation right now.
So what I do is I either get this or I get a black from you, and I could say for sure, this is a damn good dog food. This is value pack purple bag.
Introducing it here was a problem. We've been doing this for like 5 or more years. Me and the guy who started it up. And trying to get people to buy into it.
Yeah.
And you know, them feeling that they really started to see other people who use it sort of results.
Right. See, but the reason why I never fought value pack because of the name, value pack.
Yeah.
Anyway, with value in the States, but that cheap, guy. So that's what discouraged me from it. Yeah. But then, like you said, I got some feedback from some other people I know use it, and they're like, yeah, but it's good. Trust me, it's good. Try it. And I just thought, you're gonna say that you had it. I said, well, you just go and try it, and but that value pack is good. And now you have.
This one crazy. See all the people that survive. This the bully performance. People that take this for with other bully food. Any of that other bully food. So this is crazy. This builds muscle and grit. This is all age. This is all age, puppy and adult. Right. If you look down here, you see all the dogs. It's for highly active dogs. The value purple too. You see all the bull mastiffs and the cane corso and the shepherds and the roggies and the doobies and all these different dogs. This is a 40-pound bag. You start your dog and on that or sometimes supposed to bring the same people who made this. They made something named the Game Changer.
I'm familiar with Game Changer.
Game Changer don't play. Game Changer is 42 protein. 40 fat. Now, I can give somebody a tip. When you have a little puppies, you start feeding them around 3.5, 4 weeks. You can put them on that, then you mix in your mush. And some people don't feed their pups, they let them go to 6 weeks and then...
Straight off the mummy, all off the mummy.
Yeah, but you start feeding them from early, you get solid pups. You want to give them a good start.
Yeah, that's
so you want to put them on a good food. Some people be like, oh, the food, too much high protein, this, that, and next. They're joking. For me, as someone who raised dogs and who used to breed back in the day, the high protein food, see, because with young dogs,
they need that.
And they running.
Because everything growing.
Yeah, they still growing. So they can burn all that stuff off. You see, but you want them to be energetic and you want to build muscle at the same time. So it's always good to walk your dog. If you have a big yard where they can run, you let them run, you exercise and get a flirt pool. And just have them running through and jumping and whatever, help you like that, and you go on from there.
Yeah. Before we go on, the value pack, would you rate that? Out of 1 to 5, 5 being excellent.
Well, I have to call it excellent, not because I'm selling it, but it's a good food.
You called it excellent because I use it. I use value pack.
I use it too.
Yeah.
It was all.
Yeah. But and the black food, I know you give me that 5. Right off the bat.
I had a couple of bites damaged too. My dog's on this now.
Okay.
So when all that goes, then they'll go on another one. When I have the next ship and the food coming, if ain't nothing damaged, I'll go with I don't know. I'll go with something else because even with the pride, there's another pride that I had, and I had a special on that. I told the people, I said, listen, $5 off. And people come and eat. They bought a pallet and the orange one. The orange one is 27 protein, 25. This black one is 24, 20. They bought the orange one, oily. Well, the orange one costs plenty money to get plenty pesos. I have to sell that for plenty money, so I try to see if they'll work with me. But I already spoke to my people, and they say, what? The company that we got it from, they going up, so we have to go up. So I see now best I could work with people now, but I try to tell people instead of buying one by every week, if you could, get 2.
Yeah.
Even if it ain't my food that you're buying. If you buy food from wherever you buy it from, whatever pet store, if you could buy food, if you see they running out of food or whatever, I'll be like, you could at least have something, some kind of reserve.
Makes sense.
You have some kind of reserve until food come back in. You see, so that's how it stands now.
Yeah, you just hitting them with wisdom. Yeah. That's why I recommend a lot of my viewers, a lot of my listeners, them, hey, if you get in this dog game, find someone you could go under who know what they're doing, who could point you in the right direction, who could say, well, hey, look here, that's a good tip you just give them. Always buy the dog food. No matter what you have to sacrifice, at the end of the day, you have something to fall back on. You know what I mean? That's so important because it'll help you along the way. You would be so surprised, because I guarantee, a person who doesn't have a mentor against a person who has one, you can be 15 steps ahead of that guy who doesn't have one, because he has to learn everything by himself. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's easier and it's better for you in the long run to have someone, because if you just starting in the game and you starting off with a help from someone who been in the game 20, 30 years, that means you get 20, 30 years of knowledge, and you're young, you still could go ahead, you can surpass the person who helped you. And that's what we gotta look at. So, I mean, if you could, if possible, if y'all young fellas out there, get the help, ask the questions, and I can guarantee, and most of these old, forgive me for saying old, but most of these people who are old in the game, these people, I guarantee, do not have a problem telling you what to do or whatever. You just have to be open to criticism, open to correction. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem with the young fellas today. The correction. They always think they know more because they got the internet. But the stuff the internet don't show you. The stuff the internet don't tell you.
You know, it's amazing. But something that I'm going to put out there. You know, there are a lot of people who would call me and say, man, I want them to make my dog big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want that. I say, listen, it's genetics, bro.
100%.
If your dog look like Pee Wee Herman, and you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, that ain't gonna happen.
No, sir.
He just can be overweight.
He just can be
slightly, and
sick.
he's still small. Yeah, and sickly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you want a dog, if you want a nice looking dog, the best thing to do is always work your dog. You want muscle. You could have a pot, you can have him rep, you know.
I know.
You take him swimming and running. I mean, for those who live round by the fort, brought him the fish fry.
They have the best.
You see that hill?
Yeah.
All day. Take that dog and walk him up. He don't have to run up that hill. You would walk him up that hill a couple times a week, and then take him out to the water and swim him, and he'd be ripped.
I'm telling you.
He'll be ripped. You see, people don't understand it. As simple as walking your dog, that builds them and keeps them healthy. You take them on a nice long stretch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, some people just looking for the
look.
numbers.
Yeah.
They want to say, but my dog weighed X amount. You know, but the dog is fat.
And he can't do nothing.
Right.
You know?
You see? And he ain't breathing anything. And when summer comes, he ready to follow them with all that heat.
Oh, he can follow. He can be ready. He can follow. He can follow. But if you want a big dog, you're going to look for your breed. That's the thing about it. Before you get these dogs, know what you want.
Right.
And know where to go and find it. Because nowhere in the world you could have a poodle looking like a pit, or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Although some of them are like that.
Yeah.
Some of them crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's another topic. Because remember what you were saying earlier, Pitbull got this bad stigma about it. But majority of the time, people don't even know. A Pitbull will wind his hip off when he coming to you. You know what I mean? A real Pitbull are not, that's why they make terrible guard dogs. They're not human aggressive. You see what I'm saying? They're very animal aggressive because they designed the bait, bull baiting, dog fighting, but that type of stuff. That's what they do.
See, but the thing is, you could train any dog to be any kind of way.
Agreed.
I remember I sold a pit, a blue brindle male, to some people in the Flamingo Gardens. He was like the 8th pick in terms of size.
Yeah.
Because you know, the pick doesn't not necessarily mean size. You want the overall
best structure-wise,
everything. You know, this dog used to sleep in their bed. When I went to see this dog, I couldn't believe it. This dog was a monster. This dog was at least for this height. About 120, 130 easy.
That's a
skull
big dog.
like this. And I got his brother back from them. Not his brother, one of his pups. Man, listen, this dog was this was a pretty boy and made a roll into one.
Oh.
Through the bloodline.
Yeah, I understand.
You see, and I sold him to a lawyer. You know, I need to see that lawyer anyhow. He tell me, say, man, I got all of what you want, say, but you know, if you ever need any legal counsel or guidance or whatever, just hit me up. So he got the dog from me. Right. You know, for a certain amount, and just say, but you know, when I need or whatever, because the dog was huge.
Yeah.
And I got him put this broad, and you know what he was eating? That's what used to work for him. Not the apple. The grain by the BW itself.
Dog chow.
Not grain of dog chow. I think it's another one. I think it might have been one.
Alpo come in a red bag. The green bag is dog chow.
No, I know what the dog chow, but there was something else. Before BWA moved out there on Gladstone Road.
The green bag?
And I can't remember the name of the food, but that's what you used to eat.
It ain't complete balance or something like that.
That's it.
It's a cheap dog food, complete balance.
Yeah, it's a cheap dog, and the bite's big.
Yeah, it's big like Alpo bites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe my dog step would stool the yard right up. This dog would eat that meat blow right up. I fucking big like this.
You gotta get to work for your dog.
I had him on that, and I had my dogs in exceed. This thing eat exceed, he ain't looking like nothing.
Just isn't clicking.
Yeah, it wasn't, so I tell people, I say, whatever working for your dogs,
right.
You go with that.
Yeah.
I
learned that recently because I always was a person who used to knock Alpo. But Alpo's on my dog shit in the rainbow. You see what I'm saying? So I used to knock Alpo hard. When my boy come in, I said, what you mean your dog? Alpo. I said, what? I said, boy, why you just don't wet paper and put it in this bowl? Yeah. But when I see his dog, I was like, boy, you won't feed your dog Alpo, you lying. And they say, yes, boy. Me and you know him. I don't call his name, but me and you know him. And he said, yes, boy. Huh? When I see his dog's and blowing, I say, wait, hey. And I learned that last week. So, everything bad I ever said about Alpo, forgive me. I take back. I am sorry. But, because I see something different.
Yeah, see.
I see something way different.
Certain dogs, foods work for certain dogs. Let's say you have like 4 dogs. You might be feeding them one food, but one love allergy to the food.
Right.
So, does that mean you take all off?
No. You gotta find a word for that one.
Right. Because you're getting good results for the 3. Now, the difference if all of them have breakouts and whatever have you, then you change the food.
Right.
You see? But, I mean, for the most part, you just what you gotta do. And even for people who breed, one thing what you gotta do. See, some people don't take their dogs to the vet till they get sick.
Right.
You gotta take your dog and help them up to date with vaccines. You have to worm them one time. You have to put them on hard guard or whatever. Some kind of preventative measures against heartworm. Some people don't do that.
Yeah.
You see, so all of these different things, whether you use ivermectin or hard guard or whatever, make sure you treat the dog.
Right.
Don't wait until the dog's sick. Some people can breed a dog and never once worm the dog. A puppy's up to 6 weeks old.
I'm still sucking up that dog.
And they ain't never been wormed. And some of them don't know no better. Yeah. Some people, they just don't know. Yeah. You see, so I can tell people, you worm your female before you breed them. If she ain't had a yearly vaccination as of yet, you give her that in advantage. You say you're going to breed them. You give her that. Your pups, when you done breed them, through the pregnancy, you should, I mean, for me, I would worm my dog at least 3 times through the pregnancy. When she just made, I made her again like 2-3 weeks later, and I made her again. And then when she ready to drop, when she done have the puppies, I give her like 1 week or 2, and then I worm again because she cleaning the puppies up.
Yeah.
Or if I feel like I need to worm her before then, I worm her again. Your puppy should be wormed at 2 weeks minimum. Yeah. Now it's a difference if you see something going on with the puppies, and let's say you didn't get to worm the female, and you say you suspect that the puppies have worms. You get like people on the family island. You take your wormer, you put a little drip on the puppy tongue because their system is so fragile, delicate, because they're so young. Only milk supposed to be going in, and that's all they can deal with. Right. So you wait till they get about a week or a week and a half, and you just put just a little drip. I'm telling you something what I did.
And worked for you.
Yeah, and it worked for me. But when they get around 2 weeks, every 2 weeks you worm them. Right. Straight through. You see, back in the day, I don't know if people remember this, but there was Dr. Gary Cash in Palmdale, right on the side of the Trinalone. There's some other people
yes, in the green
Dr. Cash.
Yeah.
I used to go to him. When I was in school, I started going to Sands, between him and Sands, I started going to Sands when I came. I was still in school, but I was going to Cash first.
Alright.
You see, so whichever one I catch a ride by or whatever have you, I go there and I get my stuff sorted, and my Cash, he got a proper airport. Oh, he got a proper airport. He He was nasty. I used to go to Dr. Balf. Yeah, who he is now. I used to go to Dr. Balf. All of them I know.
Yeah, I went to Dr. Balf once. Yeah, because I think Sam's wasn't even open, so I had to go there because my dog actually, somehow he got his foot caught in the can. And when he pulled it out, it like cut. Yeah, so and I was young, so I was like, but my dog, and it was this foot, like I'm a 3-legged dog. Because you know, there's so much blood, you know, you get like, and I didn't want to carry him to the Humane Society because at that time they said, wait, you can't get pit bull to the Humane Society, he can die. So, I mean, it's wrong, but you know you're young, you won't take that chance, and then you already know how the community feels about your dog anyway. Right. So you would say, what? But I get my dog. So
anybody who look down, you know, and sticking on you, be like, hold on, man. They might do the right thing. Right. They can get the best. Yeah. Get justice for treatment. You know,
you know what I mean?
For the most part, you know, they saw it.
Yeah.
They saw it. Saul used to work there. Saul of them. You know, that's when I first met him, and when he went out and opened up his own practice.
I met him at the Humane Society too.
Yeah. I love to go there. And then there's another one. Hansen,
Dr. Hansen.
Still there, you know.
Hansen's still at the Humane Society.
He's still there?
Yeah, he's still
there. Okay, you know, they some good brothers.
Yeah, and what I like about the thing, they always explain it. You know what I mean? They always willing to explain it. Take time out to educate you to know what's going on. You know, the first time one of my first C-sections I had Dr. Solomon did it, and he allowed me to come in the back and watch the whole procedure. And I was like, but that was like so, it was cool, but it was gross, but it was still cool. You know what I mean? It was cool, it was gross. You almost left with it, oh yeah, really? You know, and then they give you that puppy, you say, shake it and do it, and you do that, and you're like, oh yeah, somebody say that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So that's something that too, what I miss with helping a little. Because I remember when Pretty Boy and Beta born, I was like them as a daddy. First child, I was like, what? I looking at them and I then automatically knew what I wanted. These two were just born. You know, and I can remember just connecting with these dogs. You know what I mean? These dogs that love me so much. I thought kids love me. But you couldn't come around me like,
I tell you.
I mean, and for a puppy, when you get that born and you could go and walk out to the beach, everybody else can walk their dog in the water. I just standing up on the shoreline, all the rest of them, I just grab a coconut and throw it as fast as I could. I said, go get it.
And they go on it.
They go on it. I said, bring it in. They bring it back and I throw it again. They go swim away and I throw it as fast as I could. You know what I mean? And fellas used to be like, what? Look here, I make them come be on the beach now. I make them sit.
And they freaking right out.
They stay right there and I walk off from them. You know, let me show you something. Let me back up. Let me talk about training your puppies. I remember I had a puppy, it's a pretty boy son, and I named him Chaos. I had this dude hitting the sleeve at 12 weeks.
Yeah.
12 weeks. His teeth them.
Yeah, they were
done falling out from me getting ready to change. He was 12 weeks a little over. You know, I used to make him sit, make him stay, and I'd say, hey, hold on. I'll walk off and I used to take a crocus sock and wrap my arm up. I said, Chaos, watch him. He look up. I said, get him. And he come running, boom, he jump, get down, and swing. And I hold him up.
Yeah, but you did this with your dog. This your dog, you tell him to hit the sleep, and you went to sleep.
Yeah.
But I never, like, I do a little bit of training. I never encourage anyone to say, send your dog out yourself. I never.
No, but see what I did? I started out as a pup. You see, but then I still could have made him by somebody else, but then when fella come and he feel off, this is not a pretty boy, it's not supposed to be. The fella just start, and I say, boy, this guy going like this.
Yeah.
I sold the dog. Man, I sold the dog. And that's how I get burned out of. I wouldn't say burned, I got some money, but.
You got what you wanted, but at the end of the day,
it wasn't what I wanted, because I was only back then, I had them like, I said, I'll sell them for like $900 to $1,000.
Yeah.
When the fellas them come dealing off $2,500. Back then, $2,500 for a dog.
That's plenty.
Man, I said, okay. They offer $2,500, $1,500, whatever, I'll be like that. So I just take it, like I said, a pretty boy, I could always
read it back, yeah.
You know what I mean? But everything was sort of like that. But when the money go and the dog ain't there, it ain't worth it.
Yeah, you just feel it.
So, you know, some things you can't put a price, you can't put a price on. You know what I mean? I see fellas them got some dogs. I have some friends up in the U.S.
Right.
but they got some dogs for me. They
Yeah.
got some dogs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I asked one of them, I say, man, I say, you can send me some semen. I said, how much you charge me for the semen from this particular dog?
Mm-hmm.
Do it, so you turn down 30 grand, so you only got the dog there, so you only have 6 vials left.
Right.
6 or 5 vials. Say, they for his future breeds, these dudes is making 100 grand on one litter, but
Wow.
100 grand on one litter. You get 10 puppies or 8 puppies, they sell them like 15,000, 10,000 and so forth.
You think we never reach that spot over here?
I think we could, but for the most part, it'll be somebody outside of the Bahamas buying it, who really appreciate
Who nobody
and
like.
understand the bloodline of the dogs
Yeah.
and so forth. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right here, people just try to only look like, take for instance, back in the day, you look at me and I say, I want, at minimum, I got pretty boy puppies like 600 at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And people be like, what? Other people who have puppies. Man, all them is people they look the same. So when a guy came to me one time, my puppies was like this. He going and bought a puppy like this. And the fella said, man, all them be the same, man, just give me one 250.
Mm-hmm.
He came back by me when my puppy was like 4 months. My puppy, it looked better, better conformation, better shaped head.
Mm-hmm.
This dog was older now. This dog was about, my puppy was like 4 months. His puppy was like 7, 8 months, maybe 9 months.
Right.
My puppy, I could prick my puppy and he's swinging and he's locking here and he's showing aggression and he's and I say, hold on, you know, I spike him when you show and I say, hold on,
Putting on the show. Putting on the
Poor
show.
boy saying, but why my dog ain't doing that? I say, me, you asking me, I don't know.
Yeah. You don't know what you buy?
You know, you go on and buy it.
Yeah.
You see, but one thing that I learned in life, because people like competition. Simple as dog food, the people buy out your food. So people can buy their own. I ain't do that for nobody food.
Right.
I tell you, brother, if you want to try my food, you can
Yeah. Try it.
You know, if you like my dogs, if you want something of them, you can get it. If somebody else got puppies or whatever,
Go buy
if you
it.
see something and you like it, buy it.
Right.
I'm not gonna influence you either way. I
Yeah.
just tell you, well, if something there, buy it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's the fairest thing to do even to myself and to other people, even though I don't know them.
Yeah.
You know, but this is the kind of thing that's happening. And, you know, when you look at the dog game today, like I said, I'm dealing with some issues, health-wise. So I don't be out there around a whole lot of people. They have a lot of meat and breeds,
Right.
you know. I listened to the fellas. I mean, one I wanted to go to badly. But I got so sick that Sunday.
I remember you were supposed to come and that's the one we had on the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted, man, and I saw the dogs. We have some beautiful dogs in this country.
Yeah.
We have some beautiful dogs in this country. Another guy came by me. He have a dog. He have a German, a Doberman named Nova. When I saw this dog, she looked like a model.
Mm-hmm.
She standing on her toes. You know what I mean? Like she, you know, like Miss Prissy.
Like, look at me.
You know?
Yeah.
Man, I love this dog. This dog. Like she just special. She just stand up and she tall like this. You know? And another guy, you know, he got some cane corsos. Man, listen. I look at all these dogs, you know. If I could have,
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
If I had a big place,
Yeah. You look at something.
yeah, you know. But it's making me pull the trigger every time. But you know, I gotta pull the trigger to the hospital.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah. We all understand that.
You know.
Yeah.
But a lot of dogs, you know, a lot of solid dogs. I mean, by one guy doing special breeding the other day. Oh, but that's supposed to be undercover. So, oh, I tell him, I say, listen,
Just say, oh.
when they come forth,
Just say, oh.
hail me.
Just say, oh.
You know, hail me.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I tell you, some people have some nice dogs.
Yeah, I know.
Different breeds, but even more so along the pit lines,
Mm-hmm.
some nice dogs. You have pockets, exotics, XLs. You know, I can't knock them.
Yeah.
Because there's a market out there for everything.
Right.
And instead of hitting one, I try to encourage people to, you know, listen, that's what you got. Or even in the chat, when they come to certain things, I wouldn't, if that ain't my cup of tea,
I don't
I
say
have
that.
nothing to say.
Yeah.
You see, that don't mean I don't like the dog, I'm just not interested
And which is
in that. But
Yeah.
my vision, what I have for me,
Mm-hmm.
is what I deal with. So if you
Exactly.
stick to your vision, and don't allow no distractions or allow somebody to come, put something there, put their vision into your vision.
Yeah. That, don't
You
be
keep your
weak.
vision, you know, you
Don't
keep your
be weak.
vision, and you complete what your vision is.
Yeah.
You see, and when you get there, trust me, you love Trust me, you would be really satisfied with what you did.
Yeah, you'll feel like you did something in life. But
Trust
see,
me, I have a great accomplishment.
yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like I was talking, we have great looking pits and pit bulls and bullies or whatever you like, whatever you call them. Along that pit bull line, we have great looking. I agree with you 1,000%. The sad thing is, right? The stigma is so dark on these dogs, and it's crazy because listen to me. I have a Shih Tzu in my house, and I have my bully in the house. And that Shih Tzus make more noise. And I had another Shih Tzu named Megan, and she'll bite you quick. You come and you move the wrong way around, and she'll bite you. But that might be or bully. Most of you do come, you wiggle and say, "Hey, man, pet me right there, yeah, man, right there." You know what I mean? And it's so crazy. But when you take them outside, everyone touch the Shih Tzu or But when they see the bully, because of their look and how they look, they be like so intimidated. Like, remember, like when back in the day, when people used to say, don't judge an apple by the outside. What
Don't judge a book by its cover.
don't judge a book. Sorry, but don't judge a book by its cover. And that's all I see when these people talk about the type dogs we love. They judging it just because it look like this. One day you say, "But you see how evil them dogs look? You see how they cut their hair so they look like horns?"
But you look at it, even when you look at the ban list, they ban so many dogs. Anything, and they even mentioned on the people, anything that looks or has the pit bull in it, looks like or has it in the line, it's banned.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I don't think that's fair, but guess what? For the most part, if you look at the Bahamas, I can't say exactly what percentage of the population of dogs in the Bahamas are pits, but for the most part, I think it's
a small percent. Because
I know the ones that are taken care of and taken to the vet.
Okay.
You're looking at about 50 or more percent. But for the most part, we know pot cakes run gangs around here.
Yeah, most popular dog in the Bahamas.
Yeah,
Royal Navy pot cake.
And even with that, I heard a story about someone carrying pot cake to the States or Canada, one of them, selling them for big money.
Man, you forget.
And they bought, even me, I don't throw away pot cake. I mean, when you scrub up the pot.
Yeah.
Back in the day, when you used to be, you buy into your corned beef and rice with the potatoes in it.
Yeah.
You put that in the frying pan and you intentionally let that drain the pot cake.
Yeah, so you
and you mash up with some hot sauce and ketchup.
Yeah.
So these pot cakes that we got running around now, we look down on them.
Yeah.
But the Americans and
they love them.
The other countries,
they look
at them, they love them. You see? So even with that, let me show you. I started out in Monkey Lights.
Right.
You feel me? Ghetto boy, really pot cake. I used
Monday nights, you had the pot cake.
Yeah, the pot cake. Listen, I had somebody else use pot cake around. You see what I'm saying? And I talking in bad. Pot cake is a dog, you ain't need too much to drink.
No.
Instinctively, he know who his own is and he protected it. And guess what? I got him from a dog that was a stray in the neighborhood.
Right.
And she had puppies on the house floor.
Oh, okay.
And he was the only one that lived. I gave him Humphrey. Oh, they used to tease me with that name.
Yeah.
I gave him Humphrey. This dude he was white with a little brown patch.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah.
One thing with them, they loyal.
Yeah, he was nice for me. But listen, I did appreciate them. I treat them just how I treat my pets now.
Right.
I had to treat them back, and I was a little boy. You see, when we was around like 3-4 years old, my uncle they had a dog named Maxie.
Okay.
German Shepherd. My oldest brother, my mother said, Maxie used to hold him like this and pick him up.
The dog.
Yeah. He used to hold him and pick him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let me show you something. Dogs, people don't understand this, but I see why they can say now dog is man's best friend.
Right.
Because I mean, like when you had a hard day at work, I mean for me, and I come home, I sit down, kick off my shoes, put on my slippers, I go outside, I just sit down and look at him, I have a conversation.
Yeah.
I say, you alright? How are things going? How you all feeling? You will think you're crazy.
Yeah.
You sit down talking to the dog, you see the dog wagging his tail, and then I just moving the eye, and the dog listening to you.
I don't know.
You see what I say?
Yeah.
And like some women, and this ain't no
no,
woman,
you know.
the dog ain't giving no lip. You see what I'm saying? I just throw that one up there. You know, ain't giving no lip. You know, but I mean, like it's amazing the kind of fulfillment and happiness dogs and brings really into dogs.
Right.
You see in the U.S. what they do, they have service dogs, they have dogs.
Right.
For people who go through situations, who's sick or whatever, I'll be like that. Like I said, it's therapeutic, and I've seen it. You know, I experienced it over the years.
Right.
From young straight up to now. You know, that's why I love it.
Because I have a pocket female named Gaia. When you sit down and talk to her, she sit right in front of you. She look at you. And she'll do that all day. And if you start talking, just start staring, you forget I yell at you. Then I have a female bully. She named what her name is? This is my favorite female. Oh my goodness, I gotta remember her name, man. Shabazz, right? But she, like, if you're talking to her and she ain't into you, I don't care what you say. This dog is turning her head and cut her eye. So I thought it was just me. And then my daughter tell me, say, Daddy, you don't see I was talking to Shabazz. She turned her head and cut her eye. I say, you see it too? You see it too? And she literally turns her head and cut her eye. You saying like something she ain't into, like you say, hey, just stop barking and relax yourself. You know what I mean? You always doing that. And she turning her body and she turn her head, she give you this look and cut her eye. Then I have the next female pocket named Almas. She don't care what's going on. She just like going, yeah. You know, like them friends you know who just ready to go, yeah. And like all of them have different personalities, and I think that's what is like gets you like, hey, you can't talk to them, but yet you talking to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know, even if you're inside the house and you hear a certain particular sound, you say, that's this one, that's this one.
Yeah, everyone got their own voice.
Right.
And if something wrong, you can always tell like the bark will say, there's something wrong. Someone coming.
Right.
Like the old man who have in front of the yard, if someone coming in the yard, he barks. And like, it is different from like if he barking on the next door.
Yeah, it's an alarm. You know different.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's awesome. But I wish I could get everybody a dog so they could experience that. Like what we feel like on a daily basis.
See, mine is let me know now. Every time someone come up there for food, let me show you something. How things is now, sometimes some people they get off
20 hours.
20 hours in the night. And they call you, man, pardon I for calling you late in this year, you know, I need some dog food, man.
Yeah.
And I'd be in bed all my shit, you know. They say, yeah, all right, come through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those are coming, they still got the uniform. Some dudes coming all the way from Albany.
I can imagine.
They coming from Albany, you know, they've been up to work all day. Sometimes work a double shift. Then they drive down, you know, and like, you know, I look at it as a mad respect.
Yeah.
You know, but a gentleman been to me, I can share a story with you. A gentleman been to me yesterday. Him, I can't remember his name. Him and another guy who was bringing me along too, named Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, when he came to me and I look at him, right?
Yeah, Rasta Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, Dog Chris.
Show him the Chris.
Yeah.
That's my
Dog
boy.
Chris living by me yesterday.
Yeah.
And the guy who came with him, the guy said, you remember me? And I look at him, I say, your face looks familiar, but then he said, man, that guy was brown. So he said, that brown dog, I remember, this was living off Market Street. This dude loved dogs.
Yeah.
This dude came to me, this was like in the early, no, this was in the 90s. This was in the 90s. This dude came by me, this is like 96, 97, something like that. This dude came by me and he bought a puppy. And you know what he did when he came? He said, man, I want this puppy right here. He said, I come in for this. He said, I come in for this, but I get paid Friday. He came by me Friday. He said, you thought I was joking? He said, look here. He said, this is my paycheck, but he said, I just got to cash it. It was evening time. He gone. I was selling the puppy at the time for must be 800 or a grand or something. I can't remember. He gone to the gas station and cash his check. No, he gone. I think it's a gas station or a bar, one of them. And he gone and cash his check. He had to buy something.
Yeah.
In order to do it. Homeboy came back with 1 Guinness. What are you drinking? And when he cashed the check, and he gave me all the money, he said, boy, that's all I have. I tell him carry the dog. You know, all the rest of the money,
Yeah.
just because I see this dude was into dog like this,
Right.
you know? And I say, carry the dog. Give me his whole paycheck.
You respect that.
$450. Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
You see? So I let him carry it.
Yeah.
And he took care of the dog. The dog turned to be a monster.
Yeah.
You hear me?
He was off Pretty Boy, or?
Yeah, this was a combination of Pretty Boy and Vader, I think. But that one, I put Pretty Boy on Vader's daughter. Or Vader on Pretty Boy daughter. One of them.
One of them. All right.
You see? That's how I did it. And he had an XL dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, big dog. You see, and you know, when he get, and this was like, but this was in the 90s. I was still in my teens, and he was in his teens.
Right.
So we was laughing because I said, boy, I said, man, look here, I said, that's over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I said, that's what I said some years, and guess what? I saw him maybe 4 times
Sounds good.
in my life, including the first time he come, he wanted the pup, and he wanted the pup again. I mean, when he came, he changed the check and picked up the pup. And then when he said he went by me with somebody else recently.
Yeah.
And then he came yesterday.
The Chris.
That's when he revealed who he was.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then I remember clear as day. I could tell him how much it was when he paid for the dog and how he going to do it. You know, we just started laughing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a dog man.
That's awesome, man. Ain't nothing like when you know the dog getting good place in good homes, in good hands, and people who really know what they have. You know what I mean? And that's another thing too is like what I try to correct or try like people like have you say like, oh, it's a pit bull, $300. You know what I mean? We gotta stop that because you know and I know quality pit bulls ain't worth no $300.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing too.
They killing, they flooding the market because
Yeah.
people just breeding for money.
Yeah.
And these are the same people who I say they don't have no interaction with their dogs.
Right.
They just breeding time and feeding time is the only interaction time they have with these dogs. And it's sad because they're missing out on a whole lot of what these dogs can do. And then with some have poor breeding too. Whereas they instead of getting like temperament wise.
Right.
You know what I mean? Temperament wise, you get breeding dogs with this dog is a killer. I breed into this one who's a killer too.
That's
so
what a lot of people
going wrong.
That's a stigma. That's how they
View the dog.
Or what they see on TV.
Right.
Or whatever. But there's a whole lot of these dogs that just
Fighting.
and killing people or killing an animal.
Right.
You see, you could sit down and enjoy. I can literally enjoy a dog. Let me show you. Before I got sick, same cowboy. See your dogs will know too. Even though you look at them, you know they sick.
Yeah.
Your dogs will know something wrong with you too. He used to come and he would keep smelling me. I said, well, you gay. I said, pushing him. I said, well, get from around me, but you know, come to find out the same leg, will he keep coming to smell? I had a problem going on with that.
Okay.
You see, and I was thinking about that the other day. I said, when I look at him, he come right back to me, and he don't smell it no more. You know, at one point, when I told you I had to learn to walk all over.
Right.
When I go outside, like some people say, boy, them pit bulls, but you only see them for a little while, you better watch them just get happen.
Yeah.
And I walk with them dogs, I'm so glad you see me. I go, oh.
Because you're the leader, they know you. I don't know where, hey, the myth and the stuff with you Jews here is be crazy.
But I'm serious, and you know, don't even let people get bite up again.
Oh, Father.
Every time,
Oh, Father.
every time an attack happens, and that's what, for the most part, you have so much pot cakes running around with mix
Right.
with pit bull. However they get, I don't know if people intentionally did it, or maybe they had a pit bull just running loose and he just breed,
Yeah.
you know.
Or she might have, you know
Or
what I mean?
female pit or whatever, you know, pot cake jumping out. Man, listen, you got them running around.
Yeah.
So everybody's coming to say pit, or that's an offspring of a pit.
Yeah.
And then not only that, you have some pot cakes out there where they do some damage by themselves.
Yeah.
You see? So, but let me light up something on another little thing here. Do you see what cakes running around? You can imagine. You take your little bully, you tie your bully in the front of the yard. You see what I'm saying? Behind your fence. And the pot cake slowly crawl over your fence and pick your dog up. And you may know, in the late 80s, no, the early 90s, I had a dog named Roxanne. My neighbor up on the dead end, they had tall white and brown pot cake, fluffy birds. Roxanne was in 1 year. I said, you know what? I'm breeding her now. So I took out the kennel because my nails were nasty back then. I had a little male named Jason. Oh, he was crazy. I said, well, I can't win one time because some of them eat him. I leave him in the cage, but I know Jason didn't like to fight.
Right.
I tie Roxanne in front of the kennel. Now, I go on to work. You know, come home. I done been full of liquor. So I go on lay down and fall asleep.
Alright.
I see him walking up the road. I ain't know that, my neighbor. They saw what going on. They never tell me. And I say, I ain't really in here, this is very deep. And I look, I see Billy showing. I say, what's going on? I say, why you want to go again, eh?
Yeah.
That's why go Jason.
Yeah.
I looking, oh yeah. Well, I don't know yet. I say, man, what are you all get, eh? And she had the puppies. I say, boy, there's
Something ain't look right.
white and brown, no patches, 5-4.
Mm.
I'm looking at them, right? And I hear the name of telling people, they just breed dog with butt cakes, man. That's what I say. So I say, well, what? And when I look, then when I come and he say, hey, man, well, what cakes like the dog, like, this what he telling me.
That hurt you.
Yeah, man, and the thing is that when I look and I think with the partner, see him dog, you believe that dog, he used to walk past the yard, and he'd just look at me, look like he used to be smiling. Boy, look at him, been in there, and I'd cut that down. That's how he used to look. And when they tell me that, and I look, the whole little, didn't look like him. I say, man, no man. Or you know, I should throw more big rock at him when I see him. Just do it. I said, all was good. Listen, that caused me. See, these kind of things happening now too. And you have people who actually have their dogs running around. If their dogs come in your yard, your dog beat them up.
Yeah.
They'll call the police will come and mash you up, you know. Their dog get in your yard now.
And your dog's secure.
Yeah. You see? So you can imagine what I mean, if you can imagine you go to the police now and say, listen, I just spent $7,000
For this
for this little Shih Tzu, this little poodle.
Yeah.
This is a show quality stock. And this little mingy but come in, make my dog up. What you all gonna do for this? Make that something.
Yeah.
It might come from around here, but you know, they ain't get you.
We got people who die and really don't.
You know, they ain't get you.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's
sad.
I think it's what you know, what happened, but everybody should be responsible for their animals, for their dogs.
Right.
And, you know, lock them up, tie them, or, I mean, if the yard ain't enclosed.
Right.
But main thing, you should enclose your yard and have them chained, or have them
In kennels.
in kennels or another separated part of the yard, so they have to come from fence to fence to get out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? To prevent things from happening, because even when when people get injured. You know,
Yeah, that should never happen. Something like that should never happen. I agree.
And I don't care what it is. You don't never try to make an excuse for your dog injuring somebody.
Right.
Especially a child or an elderly person.
I agree. I agree with you 1,000%.
So you should never try to make an excuse for your animal, whatever kind of dog it might be. He might even have one donkey.
Yeah.
And he might run out there and be biting people.
Or kicking people.
Because I remember that when he now and the fellow say, we can have some kicking beef. I say, what? What's this? They say, donkey. So my boy who I was staying by, he said, hey, I watch it. I say, what? He said, I'm donkeys running on like dog and I say, my donkey teeth big. I
can't see that. Hey, that's so weird. That's weird, but
they say donkeys run you down in the bush and bite you. I say, what? They say, well, you know how big a donkey is?
Right, you know how strong it is? So, you know, and you see how big their jaws is, right?
You know you got a stronger bite than a dog.
I know, right?
You know, but
so with that situation with the dog and you go to police, man, that should be damage to property. You don't think so?
What, you come to mash my dog down, you spend all kinds of money on your dog. And I'm telling people, listen, I sell in these for $2,500 a pop, and they come out mud.
Fluffy.
Yeah, I'm serious.
So, another thing I'd like to ask you about before we call it a night out, what you think about, do you breed for the show?
No, what I have now, I bred twice, and I lost both litters because of my health situation.
Right, I got it, yeah.
I just back off from it, but I wouldn't mind getting into the show thing. I mean, I like to watch the show. I like to go to the show.
Yeah.
But to see, actually be a part of it, that's kind of something new for me. I just like to go and see all the different dogs out there.
Yeah. Now, I've done the show thing, and it's very, I wouldn't say stressful, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And it's a different experience. If you have the opportunity, I always say, hey, go into it, experience it. But I'm the person like look, I want to be outside looking in, you know, because I enjoy more looking now. I did the inside shows to experience it, and if you could, I would advise you to go and experience it. It's an experience, but
For the most part, I like to watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a whole lot of them. I've been to a few meet and greets.
Right.
Actually, I'm supposed to go to one tomorrow, I think. It's a new group that I was put in. So I'll go up there, but I'm no condition to walk a whole new dog.
No, you just come up and.
So I'll go out there and see what it's
all about.
But I mean, for the most part, when people come, but I mean, you know, I have to hang up with the people team and all. You know, show off things or whatever of you. That's just me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I just open and whatever of you. Know, a lot of people, some people would say, well, I don't like police because of yada yada. Some people would criticize what they don't understand or what they don't have.
Or what they feel.
Else. Yeah, or what they feel. And some people, because they don't have it, they criticize it.
Rush it down.
Or they're not willing to spend the money or can't afford it. You see, so whether it be pockets, exotics, XLs, whatever have you.
Or standard.
You know, or standard.
Yeah.
Some people would knock it. Some people would be like, wait, this dog nice. This one nice, this nice, this nice.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I would tell people, I mean, I don't, like I was asked the question, but how do you think an exotic to an XL would come out in this type? And I wouldn't even encourage that kind of.
Yeah.
Or
It's a different type of dogs.
You know,
Yeah.
you put an XL, the XL, standard,
Yeah,
pocket, whatever. Some people say they're trying to create their own breed or whatever. Okay, that's fine if you're trying to create something. You know,
But
you need a standard.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
You need a standard. So if the standard for both breeds you want to put together, if it's different, now how are you gonna level that off?
See, that's what I'm saying. If you breeding bullies and you know you got the XL, you got the standard, and you have the exotic or
exotic.
pocket. I wouldn't even say so. I wouldn't even say exotic. I would just say pocket, standard, XL, and I guess I believe there's a group named Extreme.
Yeah, they call it standard extreme. That's what they like,
you know, too wide
and they just but then a lot of them is be even though they freakish, you know, bad limbs.
Yeah.
Some kind of some flaw.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, no dog is 100% perfect. You might come 99.9, but that 0.1,
it's something.
it's still something.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when I look at it, like for the most part, I don't like on a pet or any one of those breeds, police or whatever of you. I don't like the narrow chest.
Yeah.
I don't like the narrow chest. I want to see the broad chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if I can see them little rips, that ripple on the thigh, that muscle and thing, and and you know, you always want a dog up a little waistline. You know.
At least you can see one rip.
Yeah, for the most part, you got some people, they don't walk around with a gag, they don't like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, but I mean, everybody is
He teaches on right.
Yeah,
I agree.
You know, everybody is on, but for the most part, just keep the dogs healthy.
Yeah.
You know, if you get a dog,
And keep them functional.
yeah, take care of the dog. You know what I mean? Take care of the dog. Make sure the dog exercise, the dog eat, the dog medically is up to date with whatever it needs.
Yeah.
Shots, whatever have you. You know, and once you do that, you're good.
What else I'd like to say is thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
This is the first time being on the show? On the show? On any show?
On any show.
Well, thank you. I agree. I got the
first dibs.
Thank you. Alright? This I can be able to what you call it? Put it inside the archives and hey, well I had me in here first, so you know what I mean? But I appreciate this so much because you know it's really hard to get some of the people who've been in here before. You know, to get I know because a lot of people be busy. I understand that. And this is the only time I really have to do this. And I asked you to do it before. Like you were one of the first persons I asked. Because I wanted to, when I started this off, I wanted to get guys who's seasoned in the game, you know, before I started bringing in newbies. But I guess I mean,
Everything in its time.
Everything in its
How it's
time.
supposed to be.
It can be.
It can be.
so I just go on with the flow, but I can't say, I appreciate you coming on the show.
And I appreciate you inviting me.
You know, man, stop it. Because right now, you can't use it, I have to bow down to you. You know what's going on, you know what I mean?
Listen,
Because that's the respect. It isn't even like I worship it, it's just that the respect for what you have done and what you're still doing. And the encouragement, the trail you blaze, allowed me to come through there, and I helped the blaze the trail behind, and people coming behind me. But the first trailblazer is you. You, OJ, all those other names you called first, you know, those people were inside, you know, and we appreciate that. But I am trying to give people their props why they above ground. I don't want to wait till it's too late, you know. Another thing I was like to say before we go, you know, we just lost a dog, an excellent dog man, an excellent friend, an excellent breeder, Nico. And my condolences goes out to his family. You know, I actually have an offspring from his dog Sprokey, and bacon in my yard. And I just spoke to Nico last week on that female. So that was a hard hit for me. I was like, wow, you know. So I never got to get him on the show, but I spoke to him with the show already. And you know what I mean? This is a blow for everybody. This is unexpected, and why is we above ground? Let's give these people their props.
You know, you have a lot of people out there. Some of them like to sit back
and relax.
They don't like to be seen like that, whatever of you, you know, and that we gotta respect that too.
Yeah.
And then you have some who out there, kind of standing in the public eye.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, for me, I just like to sit back and chill.
Right.
You know, when I connect with people, you know, I mean on a high level.
Yeah.
And I can move like he's one of the brothers like that. You see, but like I said, I would have been on earlier, but due to
and
so forth,
I understand all that, but I just want to say I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And any questions? How can people get in contact with you if they want to just ask you a question? Future greetings. You have the Instagram or anything?
No, I ain't got none of that.
Right.
I just got a cell number 8102315. That's 8102315.
Alright, that's the number.
I put it like that.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'll put it up on my page, put it up on YouTube, so if anyone will ask me any questions, you can always get in contact with you. And one thing I can say, this man has always made himself available to anybody who has a question, to anyone who he can help in this dog game. And that's rare. Not a lie, it isn't rare, but it's appreciated, and it's something young breeders, young dog men, young dog women can take advantage of, and I encourage you to do that. You know, he's always there. As I said again, thank you, and I appreciate it. Let's Talk Dog next week Saturday. We have a special guest coming in. Y'all tune in to find out who it is, and just keep on barking.
Like usual, I had fun. Trust me.